Hi there! Welcome to another video of Rachel Likes to Draw, and today I would like to draw with you a look at the universe. Well, actually, I made this drawing a couple of weeks ago, and so I wanted to color it with gouache. And here it is. Of course, you will be able to see it a bit more when there will be color, because I chose to draw it with some pink pencil col-erase, so that watercolor paint could look kind of smooth on that. And I chose gouache instead because, well, I wanted to try it again with all the opacity and the game also of the watercolor. And I really did not know what I was going for also with the colors. I just grabbed a couple of tubes and decided, well, those are now my colors and I shall do something out of those. And so that's what it did. And sometimes I think I should be more, to think more about what I want to do before I do it. But I think it leads me to a place that I like to be, and so here I am improvising the colors. And just like my other piece that I did on YouTube with gouache, I really like this red, and so I kept taking it and just put it more of it on the dress of this lady. And for the drawing itself, well, I really just wanted to do kind of a portrait, and this idea of the eyes that we don't quite see at the moment, but you can see some pupils in the back. Yeah, this idea of the eyes popped out and I liked the idea, and so I did it. It's really an exploration of who you are or what you enjoy to draw. I look kind of gore with this style of drawing, and this is absolutely not me, but it is at the same time. So I really recommend for you to try it at home. Just take a pencil and do whatever comes to your mind, or take your colors and just put it on your sheet and do something out of it. And if it pleases you, well, that's good. And if it doesn't, well, change it up, and learn from what you did bad. Well, by saying bad, it's, well, the way you think it was bad, and make it good, make it your way. And that's really about, well, my channel is all about this. Let's say, I feel like we have to search for what we think is good in our art. Just like here, the eyes, I thought, ooh, they're all messed up. So I went with it, and I did not give up with the idea of messing up the eyes. And so I wanted her eyes to be just like they were patches or stickers that were put on top of her face. It makes me think also of the art of, maybe you know who Frida Kahlo is. She's a Mexican painter, and she has kind of also a surrealistic style. You should really check her out. She's extremely interesting. By taking a look at this kind of turban that I did to her, it really looks like a painting of Frida Kahlo, but in a more bluish version. And for the skin color, why blue? I think once I saw a video, a YouTube video saying that you should really try out making shades out of other colors than just brown and brown and brown. Just try blue or purple, and I think I'm still exploring this idea. And for this drawing, I do not have really a model. I thought I got the pose well. Yes, the background. I wanted to be darker than the woman in the front. So I started lighter, but I was not really knowing what kind of, how many layers will the paper could take before it would kind of Yep, that's a word. And for the background, I really enjoy to pour a lot of paint. I think it's satisfying to just do one color background and add more there and just try to make it look like it's one thing and not a whole bunch of different pieces. It's a good challenge to do in watercolor, just to do a big surface out of it. I really enjoy that. And as you can see, I'm just beginning to contour the eyes or do some shades out of the same color that I used for the background, so that the eyes would look like they emerge from there. They're not just stickers that were put on the background. And the challenge for me is always the contrast, so I try not to make them too dark. Here you see me trying to put some ochre there, and then I was like, that's not the color I'm going for. So you can correct with the paper towel your mistakes or little experimentations. And I'm really impatient, so when I do some watercolor, I'm always in a hurry, or I want it to be just like the way I want, and right now. So sometimes you see me that I don't wait enough, so you see that the pupil over there, I'm pointing at this, I'm pointing at the screen right now just to show it to you. You saw it, I know. Well, you see how it just spreaded too much. It's because I don't wait enough. And what you can do is you can actually take an hair dryer just to make it dry faster, but I'm really even too impatient to even use the hair dryer. I like to create fast. That's my style. I tried to do one painting. It was a really big one, about 3 meters of diameter, and it was for school, and I needed to do this project in a couple of months, and it was such a challenge for me. I ended up doing most of it the night before I had to give it to my teacher, and so it was quite stressful, but at the same time I really enjoyed the experience. And for those painting, it takes me about 1.5 hours, 2 hours to do. I take my time, even if I'm impatient. When I really have to let it dry, I just let it all there and go outside my room to pet my cats and be patient. And for the last details, I'm not shy about using other kind of mediums, just like those markers and the ballpoint pen white gel thing. I think it does a beautiful effect that I enjoy. It outlines the piece and it looks like a sticker, so it's great. And you can see here I signed my piece, so I'm proud. And for the final step, we take out the tape, and so that the art piece has a frame now. Marvelous. I had everything planned since the beginning to have this beautiful white frame. That's one of the main reasons that I do those kinds of paintings. It's because I can take off the tape, so that's great. And here we have the final piece. I'm quite glad how it turned out, because it went from horrifying blue-faced girl with weird colors on her dress to special girl with eyes in the background. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comments, and subscribe. So see you later. Bye bye.